Good morning, New Eden! Today is April 24th, 2022, and this is the Federation Frontline Report, a podcast where we interview the players of EVE Online and go over faction warfare news. I'm your host, Frozen Fallout, and today we will be interviewing Adri Auduin of the Malevolent... Did I get that right?
Adri Auduin.
Adri. God, why do I always think that it's Audrey for some reason?
Everybody
Adri.
does.
Adri.
You get.
I do that every time too, and I always think like, no, it's the other one because I don't know. And
everybody does it. Don't worry.
It's the Malevolent Row Industries, who are part of the convocation of Imperium, of the Imperiums, the Alliance.
I am with the big wigs, guys.
Yeah.
I was actually invited by Astrafi. He personally invited me to join, and I was like, how can I say no?
Hell yeah. No, that's a really great group to be part of. I use a lot of their stuff for faction warfare, and their faction warfare group is really awesome. One of the most powerful, out there, and really cool to get personally invited by Astarothi himself into an alliance. So that's cool.
It was a moment like I felt like such a nerd because I was just geeking the fuck out. I was like, "Are you serious? You want me to join your corp?" He was like, "Yeah. Like, what do? You do like industry? Like, we have an industry." And I was like, "Shit! Like, you're like telling me that I could do fun stuff with your corp, and like, it was so exciting." And then like I kind of went dead. I went dead, and I didn't play for a long time, so I kind of feel really bad because I wanted to do so much with the corp, and I just kind of didn't. So, but I'm back.
Eve can be a heavy time investment type, one of those things where if you don't have time to delve into 30-40 hours a week of Eve Online, it can be hard to be really active in a corporation sometimes, depending on exactly what you're doing. There is one of those things where like the more that you want to take on responsibility in Eve, the more that it becomes like a second job that's you got like to invest, not necessarily in the like feeling of, I mean sometimes definitely, but the idea that you have to invest a lot of time into Eve to do really cool stuff, and like be part of leadership, and try and invest in like Astarothi, like the amount that he plays, some of the people that run these alliances and stuff like that, like this is their game, like this is what they play. And for me, I've tried to like to do a balance as much as I possibly can. A lot of my focus is of like, okay, I'm gonna play on Wednesdays, Wednesday nights 8 p.m. to 4 p.m. I'll schedule myself out, and then on Sundays I have my podcast for this, so I'll play usually on Sundays as well, and then Friday and Saturday I'll usually do something, but then I have scheduled out all these other activities that so I don't invest as much time in Eve that I really do think that actually is needed to build up a really powerful corporation, if you're building from like a ground up especially kind of thing. So I got to get back out there too, so I feel you that I'm just not putting enough time in Eve, even though I feel like I put a lot of time in Eve.
I mean, it's hard to like balance because it's like you said, it is such a time consuming game. I mean, to learn everything that you need to learn, if you're going to take over some type of, like, he wanted me to like work on industry, and I was like really excited, but then I was like, wait a minute, like, do I even have my skills trained up to the point where I can actually handle running industry for a corp? Like, no, I don't. It's gonna be months. We're never gonna get there. But like I was just excited. Like, I mean, I love Eve, and I just appreciated that other people, like, I don't know, it's always weird that people want to watch me like not know what I'm doing.
Well, I mean, that's kind of, I mean, for a lot of us have been playing Eve for decades. Now it's
Yeah.
everybody seems kind of like they don't know what the hell they're doing. So
Yeah. Hi, Styler Star. We're doing an interview, so sorry. Okay, I finally got to shout you out.
so how did you get involved in the space simulation that is Eve Online?
So, I had been streaming like The Sims and Minecraft and just like super chill games because I was like really stressed out at work. So like I realized like I had a lot of fun like streaming and like just talking to different people and like playing my game and listening to music. It was fun. So, but then I got kind of bored and I thought like I'd like to try an MMO. And the first MMO I thought of was World of Warcraft and I was like I am not playing that. I don't want to touch that. So I was like, I tried EVE Online one time years ago. I turned it on, I was docked, and there was just words everywhere and numbers everywhere, and I turned it off. Because I was like, no, I don't even know what the hell I'm doing. But I am so lucky that I actually started playing. My first time ever playing was on Twitch. So I had like really great people in the beginning, like just basically holding my hand through the whole thing, just like teaching me everything and like giving me ships and like just like trying to make sure that I was gonna under like I don't know, just trying to help me walk through like a really difficult game. I mean, because it's super difficult.
Yeah, the
And
community's really
people,
great at doing that, like getting like
it
coming
really
into
is.
streams and being like, "Hey, you don't know anything about Eve? Awesome. Let's tell like I love it when I jump in on streams and people don't know what they're doing and they have and they're asking chat for answers and it's like that's where it's like, "Oh, I can help out this person with an easy just like chat away."
Yeah. I love it when I get so I've been also doing like like study streams where like I'm working on my Linux notes. So I'm like trying to knock out like two birds, one stone. I'm streaming, I'm studying, taking notes and stuff. But I've really enjoyed doing that too. So I'm doing like double stream.
Mhm.
Um trying to stream Eve at night, then doing that during the day. And it's been fun. But like I said with Eve, I don't know how I fell in love with it because it's not my type of game at all.
It's
But
it is a bit
something
different than
about it.
Sims or what
Oh, for sure. Minecraft.
Yeah,
Yeah, it is not
a
Minecraft.
little like Minecraft, but only in the sense that you get to build stuff, and and it's open world. You can go
It's
around and do stuff.
I
But
just think
yeah,
it's insane the stuff that I have not done. Like, how long have I been on? Like, it's been almost 2 years, I think, already, maybe over 2 years. And I've just there's so many. I have not tried faction warfare. I don't do PvP much at all. And like, haven't tried to do any like planetary exploration, like, what do you call it? The planetary mining or anything like that. I haven't tried any of that stuff. So, like,
planetary
it,
stuff you might like. I don't know if you've like even if you've looked
yes.
into a little bit of it, but it looks like that's a little bit more of like city planning kind of. I mean, it's a real simplistic, but yet in its own way complicated system of once again just like you make something, then you give it to something, you dig something up, then you move it to something, you have it reprocessed, and then it moves to another thing, and then you have them combined together, and
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know if you watch Mr. Unlucky. He's like one of my best friends in Eve. And he has the most unbelievable freaking setup. Like, first of all, he's an amazing. I'm gonna totally shout him out. He's not even on, I don't think. But like, there you go. Thank you, Styler Star. Um, like he's just like he's a freaking badass FC and he just has an amazing setup. I mean, if you look at I don't know when like specifically he like shows it off, but holy shit. It's just unbelievable. And that's what I want to get to the point of um cuz all I really do is rat and stuff, and like it's fun, like I love it, but I know there's so much more to this game. And it kind of makes me sad like that I haven't gotten to that point where I'm super deep in. Like when I started going into wormholes, that's when I was like, "Oh shit, like I think I'm learning something, like here I
Wormholes are
am."
fun. Wormholes
Yeah.
are. Did you go in with like just solo exploration, or were you going with like a fleet?
The first time I actually went with a friend who was teaching me, apparently he taught me wrong. That's the one thing I hate. I mean, I don't hate it. I understand, but everybody thinks that they know the right answer. So if I have, a lively chat and I'm asking for a fit, they're like, that fit sucks. I have another one. No, that fit sucks. I have another one. I literally sold an entire fit one time. They've all freaked out. Why did you do that? That fit is garbage. The one you had was way better. And I was like, well, fuck me. Had to buy all the parts again. And I was like, guys, like, make a decision. I'm literally going based off of what you guys say because you guys are the pros. I trust y'all. But I'm like, y'all can't argue about this. I mean, there's a very I know everybody has their preferences, but there are very clear numbers on the side of that ship that tell you what's better. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So like, I don't know, everybody has their opinion. And that kind of like I don't know, I don't like that.
Well, I
I
mean, there's a lot of
There's
different
a
ways
lot
to
of
fit ships, a lot of different ways of like what you're doing with the ship, what ship you're using, stuff like that will, and it's just, people like to argue, and there is enough room for argument. But it's, one of those things where you just got to take it and go and just have fun anyways and be like, hey, well, I built that. Too bad. It sucks. We'll
uh,
go up.
oh
We're
my
gonna get
god.
blown up then.
The best freaking times are when I build my own ship and they're like, "What the hell is that? That's an abomination." And I'm like, "You know what? I built that shit. We're going out in it. If we die, we die.
Right.
But this is my ship and I built it with love." And she's going out in flames. But no, I like this game is just like I don't know. It has like a hold on me that's awful. I can't get away from it.
Yeah, they
I
say that the only way to win Eve is stop playing it, so.
I don't know how I could ever not play Eve. I can't imagine a time in my life when I can't just, you know, sit down and like watch these beautiful graphics of, going through a gate. The game is so beautiful on its own. It's just like the Twitch community is beautiful. I mean, my community, like, oh my God, they are the best people in the world. And I'm sure you feel the same way about your community. Like,
Oh yeah,
they're
that's
just
it's
like, the support you get from them is just like nuts.
it's interesting with my community that a lot of my community are like my enemies. People like the
Me
we give
too.
a bunch of Keldari, like we do a bunch of giveaways all the time, and we've definitely given out a bunch to the Amar and the Keldari, because they watch our streamer and are interactive with us, and, it's like, yep, well,
Yeah.
I,
I
it's
mean,
and I'm glad that we have good people to fight on the other side. It's always good.
for sure. Like, we've had times when, and thank you, Styler Star, I love you. There have been times when, I've had like especially during like when there was the big war going on, I'd have guys that were from opposites, sides. And I'm like, hey, when we come in this room, we are all friends. We are all here. We are all pilots. We are all working towards a goal, whatever that goal may be. But let's just freaking chill here, right? Let's like not like freak out. Let's just hang out. You don't gotta be calling names or nothing like that. We don't gotta
Neutral
argue
zone,
war.
right?
Yeah, exactly. It's not. This isn't war talk. This isn't like craziness. This is like let's just freaking chill and like rat and like who's on comms. This is golden age story. Didn't we shouted him out already? We're doing an interview, guys, and I keep interrupting his interview, and I apologize.
No problem, no problem. The life of a streamer, so.
I
And I said that it was perfectly fine for you to have your stream going, so that's not a problem. You
appreciate
got
it.
to
I
interact
really
with your
appreciate
stream. That's it's very important. Uh,
it.
so what are your main experiences that you have had in Eve? So you talked about how you did mining. Have you done any like exploration?
Exploration is my absolute favorite. I have an Estero that is my love, and that is where we go into wormholes and we just like keep going until I'm exhausted. Like we just keep finding stuff and keep going and going and going until we end up back in a high sec. Like um Explo is actually what all of my current skill points I believe are pointed at right now. Like that's my focus.
Mhm.
Um because I just absolutely love it.
Do you like the
I
mini game?
really
I have to say, like the introduction of the mini game is been interesting the times that I've done it, and I always felt
yeah.
like that was a really good improvement to the game. Since it sounds like you've had a good amount of experience with that, what is your feelings on the mini game that they created?
I really like it. Would like to say that I've gotten pretty good at getting, the treasure at the end of the little crazy game. But I enjoy it. Like I think it's really fun. It's like Minesweeper.
Yeah, you gotta
Little
kind of like go around and
yeah.
when you run into something. I mean, at least it's not like Minesweeper where the game is over if you just mess up for the first click. Minesweeper can be really an interesting game where they give you like 50-50 odds sometimes. It's like, oh, could be
Yeah.
that one or that one. I don't know.
Oh, well, I have a awesome person here, Styler Star, saying that he's never been able to get on comms with you and he'd like to be your mod. So,
Oh, yeah,
yes,
I've
Styler
always.
Star is a beast. He is
That'd
a
be
beast.
awesome. Yeah, I don't
I
actually have any moderators right now. Besides, I mean, Samson kind of, but he's more my co-host than moderating. And when we're playing, he does some moderation when we're playing third degree.
It's hard to get like a good
He's usually the one
moderator. Like,
streaming though.
yeah, like you need to get. Oh shoot! What the heck? You need to get like I don't know. It has to be somebody that's gonna be in your stream all the time, and like it's hard to like promise that you're gonna be at somebody's stream all the time. You can't do
Yeah,
that.
you
So
gotta be
like,
consistent, and that's
yeah,
one of my hardest things is that like I have the Monday night World of Darkness game that I run on Twitch, and then I have this show that I do, um, but other than that, like it's kind of random as to when I'm going to be streaming, and most of the time it's usually like Fridays and Sundays, but
yeah,
it's not always a guarantee, and I don't want to tie up. I've all my life is just all like scheduled out already for me. It's like Friday and Saturdays are like my 1-2 days that I'm like I don't have a thing I have to do every single week. Like,
yeah. No, I feel you. I have kids, and like, I'll make plans like, oh man, I'm gonna sit down and stream for like a good like 6 hours. I'm gonna have so much fun. I'm just gonna like drink some freaking beers, get blasted, and just like fucking fuck around on Eve. And then my kids are like, hey, can you take me somewhere? I'm like, damn it. Yes. Mom always. Mom comes first. So,
oh
like, all
yeah,
right. Eve takes a back seat once again. I feel bad, but like, I mean, that's life.
yeah,
And I'm just
absolutely.
like
Real
if
life
right
always
now,
first, and that's something that is
it's
key
really
to
hard
the
to
just
balance.
it's yeah, you really need to like make that a big line of real life has to come first, and sometimes your real life is open to you playing a shit ton of Eve, sometimes it's not. um
Oh, Stylist Stars says we did speak a while back, but he
Oh
said
yeah.
we should chat on comms. But it's hard to get same time zones to chat on comms when I work 12-hour shifts. I am on Twitch all the time. So we need to get you and Stylist Star hooked up.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll touch base with them definitely after the show.
There we go, Stylist Star.
Sweet. Yeah,
Look at you.
do remember
Mhm.
talking to him a while ago. But yeah, it has been hard to think up. Um,
It's
but yeah.
always hard. I mean, that's another thing that I absolutely fucking love. Like, I will meet, and this is like, I guess, about Twitch, and it's also about Eve as well, but I will meet people from freaking Turkey and Denmark and like freaking Saudi Arabia, and I'm like, why are you even watching me? Like, this is a weird stream.
Well, that's what
And
Eve is
like,
so international. Because it's one server. No, it's like it doesn't. The only server that's away from our server is Tranquility, which is the Chinese server. But I mean, since everybody else hangs out on one server, and even the Chinese hang out on our server to a certain degree, um, there's this like ability to like you get to meet Russians, and I joined a Korean alliance
oh wow.
not recently, but like a few years ago, and got to hang out with a bunch of Koreans and like talk to them, and I would have never been part of a Korean alliance in any other game. There's no
I mean,
way that I would join, but I lived in the
right?
same space that they did. They blew up my stuff, and then they were like, "You want to join?" And I was like,
I
"Yeah,
love that.
absolutely!" Like, I've done
Those are
that to plenty of
my
other people. I'll join your
dude.
alliance. That's awesome.
Those are my favorite encounters when somebody's fucking. Oh my god! One time I got scrammed. I was mining, and I decided to take a little break. To, you know, have some devil's grass. I lay down on my bed and I'm just looking at my screen, like, and I'm like, why is there a ship there? I'm like, what is he doing to me? I was like, oh shit, he's scramming me. So I ran to my computer and the dude is like talking to me in pirate talk. He's like literally talking like a fucking pirate. So I just play along. I'm like, this is the best thing that's ever happened to me. Like, let's please keep this going. Like, and he just had me scrammed forever. And I was like, if you let me go, like, I will like be so happy. Where the fuck did I go? Oh, I'm here. I
you
was like,
got
wait a minute.
you got to Yvangir.
Oh, okay, wait a minute. Do I need to have like some uh covers over anything? Because like I said, all of my
No,
stuff
no,
got
no. That's fine. Don't
okay,
worry
we're
about
good.
it. Yeah, that's
Okay.
fine. Stream snipers can come stream snipe us. That's their prerogative.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Oh,
we get
those
to choose
people.
fights a lot of the times, so
Mm-hmm.
that'll sometimes I actually enjoy a lot of stream snipes that I get, to be honest, because um a lot of the times when I'm doing solo PvP and stuff like that, I'm not sure, some of them I don't know, unless I've had maybe one or two times that somebody had been like, I was seeing your stream, but I brought like a ship that you would engage, because I'm
Yeah,
gonna just peace out if it's like, oh, you got a worm and I'm in a Tristan. All right, I'm
yeah,
gonna peace out now. Like, have a good one. Um,
exactly.
but
See, I don't know enough about ships. I don't know enough about what I can engage and what I can't engage, and like which ships are gonna be like best and what kind of fights and in what kind of space. Like I don't know any of that, like any of those details. So like that's why I've been super scared to go PvP. I only go on roams when I am with a fleet. Because I literally need an FC to tell me what to do because I have no idea what's going on. They're like, shoot that thing. I'm like, okay,
yeah,
because I wouldn't have known what the fuck to do if it hadn't been for them.
yeah.
I
I mean,
apologize.
one of
Can
the
I cuss
things though.
on your podcast?
What's that? Oh yeah, fuck yeah, yeah. You can totally.
Okay, fuck.
18 and above. You, this is not a
Fuck all my shit.
children's this
Oh,
game.
oh,
This is
okay.
not for children in any way. But yeah, it's definitely an interesting kind of game in the sense that for PvP it's really hard to just like try and learn about everything outside. I mean, there is some of like learning the ships and stuff like that, but when you're in PvP, like solo PvP is really a like a thing that you can only learn by doing. Like you just have to find out
For
what the
sure.
limitations of your ship are. And one of the hardest parts about like solo PvP is just knowing you're gonna die. Like you're going to
Yeah,
die a lot. And therefore like
exactly.
I have like my Tristan is like 7 million ist. I
Wow.
like 7 million and I can go out for days with this thing and get kills and die a lot. Like, and so I'll take fights sometimes that I'm like, ooh, that's a Federation Navy Comet. 90% sure he's gonna kill
Mm.
me. If he fucks up though, or he's new, he doesn't know what's going on, something weird happens, then boom. Like
So
that's
you just
something.
take I couldn't roll those dice. I know like the first time I died in Eve, I was heartbroken. I got stream sniped and I literally like was like, I gotta shut off the stream, guys. I was so sad. I was so attached to that ship, and they told me straight up, like, do not ever get attached to a ship. You can
Yeah.
replace a ship. You're going to die. And I was like, stop saying that. I'm gonna live forever.
Oh, and
But
Style
like
Star is real quick. Style Star is saying in the chat here that he normally goes on and has like 10 people on Discord. And Astarothi comes on, helps him with chat, and Mr. Lucky Chaos, and which I love hanging out
yes.
with. Astarothi and me are pretty tight. Had him on the
Oh,
show a few
sweet.
times. Judge
He's
Sarn is super fucking
amazing.
cool. I love going on Judge Sarn's Friday night fleets, and it's just a drunken insanity that's just
I I know it's nuts. It's fucking hilarious to watch. I
it's
love it.
yeah, no, there's a bunch of really cool people out there, and that one thing, real quick, I kind of want to make a side note here because it kind of brings me to like a thought on like, so now we've raised the price to $20 a month on Eve Online. What
Oh,
are
by the way,
your
I'm here.
feelings on that?
Just by the way, I'm here.
What's that?
I'm at the
Oh yeah,
location.
go ahead and just
So,
dock up in any station.
okay, I'm docked. So, uh, I know we talked about it, a little bit, but I'm gonna pay it, you know? Like, I want to play the game, so kind of stuck. But I mean, I think it kind of sucks. Like, we're the community, like, creates so much content, so much hype around the game. Um, we're so dedicated to the game, and like we just literally create free advertisement for it. I mean, we carry people through it so that they can learn the game, and then they raise the price. Like,
Yeah,
it's
it's
like give us a, I don't know, that it kind of sits a little bit bad with me.
yeah. I am not. I mean, I have two accounts that I pay for, and I probably oh no, Style Star went on like a whole like, hey guys, welcome to FanFest, woohoo! Now before we start, let's get rid of the bad news first. Due to losing Russia and other reasons, we will be raising your prices 33%. But
Oh,
don't scream and
dude.
shout too much if you decide to leave us because we are some fucking amazing good news. We're working on this massive new update and it will include blah blah blah. So even though the prices are raised, you'll have to stay with us because of some special shit in the store and all that shit. And we
because
love.
you're because you're addicted. Because you're addicted to fucking killing things and dying and wasting billions of ISK to create a ship that's just gonna die.
Yeah,
Because
no, and
you're a
that's
because you're a
something.
masochist. We're all masochists in this game, I
I
believe.
mean, I understand that losing Russia was rough. That's got to be a huge hit to them. And the thing is,
Yeah.
though, with like, if you're gonna do like some massive update and you want to get like revenue, so their whole thing is they want like sustainable new revenue into the thing, and is Eve worth the most out of any other RPG that's on the, anywhere? There's no other MMORPG that you have to pay $20 a month or more in order to get the like full interaction of the game, basically.
Exactly.
There are special premium, like things that you can do to, and phone games will fuck you in the ass. You'll spend like hundreds of
Yeah.
dollars in a month. You don't have to, but like there are ways to like draw out a lot of money. And CCP openly admits that they suck at drawing out money out of their customers through their
Yeah.
microtransactions. They've never been good at it. They're it's something that's just kind of depressing that they
Yeah,
don't
I
have.
absolutely agree.
And there's so much that the community has kind of shouted at them and been like, take our fucking money if you do this. Um,
Exactly.
and these are
Exactly. We've made our requests like super. I mean, I don't think anybody's been quiet about what they want in the game. Like, and I just don't. I don't
like
know. I just
alliance
don't
skins. Like, why
understand.
don't we have alliance skins? Why don't we have community skins that they can just make money off of? Like
Exactly.
there's, I don't know, why don't we have
I
skins
mean,
on
those are things.
stations, and they're all just like, oh, this is.
Exactly. Those are little things that I could imagine that people would pay for, and eventually they're gonna probably spend more than fucking $20. I mean, I could understand those kind of little things. I wouldn't choose to use them, but I can imagine a ton of people
Also,
would love to use
cat
them.
ears. Cat ears. That would just, put $100 cat ears out there, and they'll just.
Yes,
They'll...
just like mine. This is my boyfriend's headset. I don't know why he has pink cat ears, but he does. So we're wearing cat ears today. It's a
but.
little bit embarrassing.
But yeah, so yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I really hope it doesn't kill Eve. Like that's my major concern is more of like, actually this is just gonna hurt them in the long run. Now they're talking about bringing out like a package for multi accounts, that if you have multiple accounts that you'll get a discount. They have the 2-year subscription,
Oh,
which truthfully
jeez.
I'll probably just buy now, because I do already do, I think, the 1 year, or the 6 month, when I should just be doing the 1 year, because I just, I'm gonna be playing Eve as long as it's out there, and I can afford to pay out that long, that it does bring it down to like $11 or $12 or something like that. Um,
Yeah.
but there's
I
just.
don't know. I buy month to month because I was very lucky. I had, like you said, my community is so damn amazing. They literally bought me, Omega. Like they gave me free Omega. I was like, what the hell? Um, so I had it for free for a while and I was just like in shock that somebody would do that for me. But oh my god, Stylish Star. Yes, it would. You know that pussy is all over the place. I apologize. Um, like, I just. What the heck was I talking about? I'm not stoned, I swear.
We were talking about price hikes on.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, like, so, like, the little skins and stuff like that, like I said, like, I can imagine people buying that stuff, but, I can't buy a year's worth of Eve like in one purchase. Like that's a lot for me, Like, and it's a lot for a
Yeah.
lot of people at this
Oh,
time.
and
And
especially
I
when you're
feel
not like a 15-year-old vet that's just like, I'm going to be here
like,
forever. Like it's really
yeah.
hard for to convince a new player to drop like $200 or whatever
Oh
it
yeah,
is for two
that's
years.
definitely for the people that are hardcore.
Yeah, that they're just gonna.
That's
I'm gonna be playing the game. I know I'm gonna be playing the game, and I want that training time. And even if I'm not playing for a month, I still want that training time. So I'm just gonna
that's
pay out for it. But
that's literally what I did. I did not play the entire time and I was just double checking to make sure that my Omega was still up because I wanted to make sure that I was training still. That was my only concern at that time when I was out. I was still thinking about Eve, I was like out of the game and I was still like there and checking on my mobile, like making sure that all my skills were like in the right order and stuff like that. So like even when I was away from it, it was still in my mind. It's nuts. But I think that's what they're counting on, is that there's going to be people like us that are just stuck to this damn game, and we're going to pay whatever the hell they ask us to pay, and it sucks.
Yeah, like $20 is a lot of money. Also, Style Star says I'll pay $30 for them to make me a personalized skin with my Steam logo on it, and then put it on the Eve store for people to buy it. Hey
Dude,
man, free
I mean,
advertising, that'd be great. Like, well, not free,
they
but you know.
they could do so many things. Like, I mean, if they're counting, like, I mean, they're making the Eve partners and stuff like that. So obviously they know that Twitch is like a huge, like free advertisement for them. So like, why
Yeah,
aren't they doing things specifically for Twitch stream? I mean, they're
that's
doing
the
the Twitch
thing.
partner,
They
but
have
like,
Twitch partner, but I feel like that is something that is interesting. Is if they would be more integrated into the like, you know, shouting out for the people that are their Eve partners, having more stuff that like announcements inside of Eve of people streaming, you know, partners streaming and stuff. Like I think they should do a lot for their partners because their partners do a lot for them. You know, I'm not a
shit,
partner. I
yeah.
don't have enough
Oh,
people
me
that
neither.
love me yet, so. Um, Yet, you know, one of
I
these
have a
days.
lot of people that love me. It's just they don't watch me.
But yeah, it's a lot of free advertising. Twitch gives them
Yes.
the ability to like show their game to people and give them a really good look at what's kind of going on. And if they're partner, then you know you're trusting them to give you the good view of Eve. But yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of stuff that CCP needs to do to like
It's
it's
really
been losing our
disappointing to
trust
me.
lately. Like this
Yeah,
is
for
and this is
sure.
this announcement just before FanFest after like a huge kerfuffle on the whole like I don't know if you heard about the Redeemer incident that happened or whatever. It was like a mining
No.
barge that they were giving out in a package, and so it
Oh.
kind of circumvents the player-made economy that we have. That every mining barge is built
Mm.
by a player, a retriever, style it says. Um, and so, you know, doing this right now is just really, really stupid.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
did they change leadership? Did like
no, not that I know of. I
was
just
there any I mean, it just seems so like, well, like you said, it was a bad move. I mean, I'm gonna pay it, and that's like I said, that's what they're counting on, is that they're gonna have the dedicated players that are just gonna cough up the money regardless. And the other ones, that are gonna abandon it, they're gonna be back. Unless they're the ones that like self-destruct their whole thing and like, you know, really quit. I bet you they'll be back anyway. This
yeah,
game has a way of just sucking you in.
it does it, but there is a lot of people who got free. I mean, I've had a lot of friends that used to play Eve that will never touch it again, and it is like heroin to
Ah,
them. And they're like, they will be like, I
I
won't ever touch it again. Like, I'm never touching
it
it
is
again. And
the worst like chemical rush when you kill somebody.
oh man, PvP
It
is the
is
thing
an
that keeps me in this game
insane.
more than anything. Like that's the like doing 1v1 and even small gang, just the getting on a kill mail, like it's just like so
Yeah.
invigorating. There's it especially 1v1 PvP just like gets my heart super pounding, or really close fights and you've got a
Yeah.
fleet of people out there. It's a lot of fun. And it just is something like you want. I feel like Eve is unique. I do kind of believe that there is some justification personally that I have for paying $20 a month, or paying the price hike that they've, which actually isn't that much if you're paying a you know, the 2 year subscription or whatever. But
Yeah.
even if I had to
Wish
pay
I would
twenty
not
dollars a
be.
month, um, I would be able to do that and justify it in the sense that this is a super unique game, super unique world, and if I ever needed to, I can always back down to an alpha and still interact with this world. But I feel
Yeah.
like there are a lot of people that in other countries, especially other countries, from what I understand, is like if you have used a different currency, you're fucked. Like, like
Wow, what?
they're gonna it's gonna be really expensive and a really big price hike for them because $5 in the United
Ooh.
States is a lot more money in any other country, and it's
Oh,
not
you're
any, but a lot of
well,
countries.
yeah, of course. I never even thought about that.
And so
Oh
yeah,
shit.
it's I don't know. I'm really I don't know if this is a good maneuver for them. We'll see what they do at FanFest, but really you should have done FanFest first and then made this announcement. There was no
Really? I
reason to
mean,
do this right now. Like trust us,
let
we're
us
they
let us
better blow my
enjoy
socks off.
FanFest.
Yeah. They should have let
I
us
will be
enjoy
waiting.
FanFest. So,
Yes, just give us a little bit of like happiness. This year has been awful. Like, give us a little bit of happiness. Then freaking crush us with the fact that you're gonna be charging us more for this shit. I don't know. I feel like the community creates so much free advertisement from for them, like just content up the ass. Like, I mean, these guys like creating these beautiful YouTube videos of battles and stuff like that. Like, where else are you gonna get that? It's the
yeah.
community.
Yeah, the stories, like I listen to Empires of Eve all the time and just like I just love the crazy stories of Eve and being part of that story, knowing that I was participating in some of the great wars that have happened in Eve Online is just it gives you the like I was there feeling that,
Is I will tell you, like, when I say I play Eve, I feel super proud of myself. I'm like, yeah, I play Eve. They're like, what's that? I'm like, oh, you're not on my level, sir.
you won't understand.
I can show you, but I don't want to explain it to you.
The Style Star was talking about also that he was saying that he's frustrated that Eve doesn't seem to care about anything but the big streamers, and but to be honest,
Oh
that's
yeah.
kind of like everybody on Twitch, like period. I think
Yeah,
like
for
the you really
sure.
you're not gonna get any attention unless you're a big giant streamer, and it's
I
hard to
am
be. There's a few
shooting for
people out there, even like I don't know. Joe's a pretty big streamer,
Oh,
Joe
he's
Bane,
wonderful.
and he
Yes,
usually
I
gets
love
like,
him.
and he's getting 50 to 100 to 200 people that'll watch him, but it is one of those things that it's like and he's interacted pretty well with CCP, and they have a relationship for sure. Um, but there's a lot of people who will stream Eve for just a little while, and but
Mhm.
if they've been around for a long time and they're just a small group, like that would it'd be cool if CCP would step in and be. But I have seen them raid, and I've been raided by them before. But
I have too, and it was I like that's the stuff I'm talking about. Like those little interactions they have with us, like mean so much to people.
oh,
Like,
he's also talking about when they pay new Eve streamers to stream Eve. That's kind of fucked up. Like,
oh, what?
yeah, the ones with like
Where
the
am
100,000 followers or whatever, the million
Oh my God.
followers, and yeah, but
Dude, we're gonna get there one day.
yeah,
Watch.
well,
We're
team,
gonna be those big streamers. We're gonna be
absolutely.
so famous. We're gonna be on the front page of Twitch
I'm gonna be on the
with
front page of the New
with
York
my
Times. That's
with my dirty couch behind me. Yeah, totally.
I'm gonna be on the Stephen Colbert show. That's I'm gonna be on.
Talking about Eve, he's gonna be like, "You freaking get out of here."
I run a podcast. Don't you know how famous I am? Uh,
I
uh,
know. I'm like, I'm the Eve streamer. I'm the trash girl. You don't know me. I'm offended.
Also, Star
Hi,
was saying
Colin.
that he didn't take part in Blackout, but he did do a few giveaways on his stream, and the winner got a fully fit retriever plus a large skill injector plus 100 flex. Um,
Oh shit.
it's that's what I did to be funny because of the I'm guessing that has to do with the retriever that CCP was you had to buy instead, and he's giving them away because oh, it was, yeah, it's
I
like that's
love
the exact, I think
that.
that's the exact package was the fully fitted. They gave you a fully fitted retriever with a large skill ejector at 100 flex. They're like, here you go. You
Dang.
buy a retriever from CCP, fuck that, win a free one from my channel.
That's a big fuck you to them.
Yeah,
I
no,
love
that's
it.
it was the same pack. Nice. Yeah, it's one of those things where I don't know. We do live in a capitalistic universe right now. CCP's got to
Of
make money
course.
off of this. They're gonna try and find ways to make money. My only thing is
Of
that I
course.
feel like every attempt that they've had at like trying to just squeeze out money out of Eve is like sending it into a death throw that will destroy it. Like if
Yeah.
you can't squeeze money out of Eve.
But I
You
mean,
need to
we
just
keep
build it better and it'll just
we keep saying that though. Everybody says that. Every time there's a big change, they're like, everybody's gonna quit and it's gonna kill the game. And then we all get over it and we like just get back to the game. And then another thing happens and then everybody gets freaked out and then we all just get back to playing the game.
The
And
thing
then
is, though, is
another thing
that
happens.
there used to be an upward trend of Eve Online was steadily gaining more and more people, and then there's the downward trend that happened, and we're now in like a really we're continuing into downward trend, which is why the pricing it at $20 scares me because it seems like that's like
I mean,
another
you're not gonna
thing.
attract new players with a higher price. Thank you for the raid. I just got raided.
Oh, cool.
Thank you for the raid, Rod. I appreciate it. Hello.
Uh,
And Hangman, that's Gildan H Stories. I shouted him out earlier, but I'll do it again. Um, we're doing an interview and I keep interrupting him. Also, I had a question for you.
oh, go ahead.
So what's your favorite part of all this disaster of a game?
My favorite part of this game is corp building and relations and hanging out. I mean, PvP is right there along with it. I would say it's kind of like a tie between the two because I intermingle the two. But like corp building and having this giant world of political dynamic craziness that's happening um,
Yeah.
is one of my favorite things, which is why I like faction warfare. It allows me to like dip my toe into like the social political like insanity that's out there and having to work with other groups, but also not being like I'm here whether you want me to be here or not because I'm in faction warfare. So I don't have to be like somebody can't just be like
Exactly.
I'm just kicking you out of my alliance now because you pissed me off or whatever. Not that
Yeah.
I've had any problems with that stuff, but it's nice to just kind of be relaxed with it. It's not really super serious. It's kind of
Yeah.
um, a more of like a chill zone of we're here to kill people and to do faction warfare stuff, but the war zone is always going to tick back and forth, and there's always going to be, I'm always there for like cool fighting of like big, battles between the systems that people want to own. But I would say that like my thing about faction warfare, and I've just been in it since the beginning. I've been in and out, of course, but I've been in faction warfare since it was birthed by Eve. And this is the one place that you can just come and just have fun with killing stuff. On dock, you're just coming out and killing. And you don't even have to be in faction warfare.
Same.
You can just be
Exactly.
in the war zone because the war zone is where you can do things like find people in plexes and stuff like that. You can hunt, you can get hunted, you can hunt the hunters, you can set up traps. There's all different kind of little cool things that just is a lot different than your 0.0. I'm getting into a big fleet, we're going over somewhere, hopefully we'll run into a smaller fleet than us and we'll blow them apart, which is
Yeah.
also fun, don't get me wrong. So,
Yeah. No, but there's that challenge. There's that big challenge. Oh, so Colin, my best friend in the world. Colin says he just likes hanging out in space and listening to music. Same, man. That's why I always label my shit casual because I want everybody to know I am not over here building some spreadsheets and shit, man. I'm just trying to chill. I pick my Raven because it's fit for me. and I like the fit, and that's what I stick with. And like I know it would be great to like experiment with stuff, but like sometimes I just want to chill and like just go rat and pick up some trash. Cause
Yeah.
it's like my chill time. Like literally Eve is like my chill time. I can turn my brain off. For some reason. You would think like I'd be
Oh,
thinking more, but nope. Ooh, look at me all organized over here in Do Dixie and
thank you for the
nowhere
link.
else. I know, did you see what Southstar made?
Yeah, Style Star made that nice link. That's awesome.
Use that link, guys. It's beautiful. I don't know what to do to fix it. The music is so nice for me. It's so. And thank you everybody who's like hanging around. We're doing an interview with Golden Age Stories, and I'm gonna shout him out again because I keep forgetting.
But yeah, so speaking of shout outs, do you have any projects you're currently working on? We've got your stream, I know, but anything else that you want to talk about or any shout outs that you want to give on my show?
Definitely. I just want to thank the whole community because like I mean people just drop in and out. I have like, my guys that just have been with me since the beginning, like Colin and like Style Star and Hangman and stuff like that. And like but I also love like the random people that just drop in and just, you know, bullshit with me. So like it's just um I don't know, super fun. Like there's like I've streamed other games like I said, but there's nothing like streaming Eve. There's something different. There's something different about the community. There's something different about
I
the
love streaming Eve.
gameplay.
Like
Yeah.
comparatively to any other, like stream sniping is annoying, but still like it's like an added element into the game of and if there's lots of stuff you can do in Eve that you don't have to worry about other people seeing what you're doing. Um,
Yeah.
and there's it's one of those, the community is just super cool, and I
They
have to chalk it up to
are.
that as much as just the added element of streaming. So
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's part of the streaming part. Like it's super fun. Like just chilling out with everybody and like I don't even have to do anything sometimes. Like we're just like I call it a jump stream because we're fucking going like 50 jumps to go get a ship because I forgot it somewhere. So like we're just bullshitting and I mean it's great. Like the community's just always been supportive. I've never really run into any like jerks. I'm very surprised because I think that's why I stayed away from E for so long because all I heard was how awful the community was. And like I mean, I don't like mean people, so why would I want to play a game that has mean people in it?
I mean,
But
there are a
like,
lot of mean people in Eve. It's just difference of like there's a lot of scamming, a lot of people getting fucked over
hmm
and stuff like that. But then there's also like because of that, there's like I feel like there's also a big push from the other side of it of being like like, oh well, I'll give out ships for free, hang out with people, do like give advice and be helpful. Like Twitch is much more, I feel like, is kind of the opposite of what you would almost expect when you hear about Eve, because Eve is, you hear about all this toxicity and stuff, and a lot of people who are watching Twitch and hanging out are Eve veterans or Eve people who are really enjoying the game now that it's new to them or whatever. But it's people that are really into the game, and a lot of that is, and it's not just the game, it's the whole thing, and so they're more community mindseted, and it builds this
yeah,
beautiful community that's just I haven't
yeah.
found it anywhere else like anything like it.
Oh no, I've played a shit ton of games. I don't. I hate playing online. I hate playing online. I never play online. Um, but somehow this just worked for me, and I have no idea how. I am not like I used to like tell everybody, oh my god, you guys are like just big brain people. Like, how the hell do you understand any of this? What the hell are you looking at that I'm not seeing? Because I don't know what you're saying. Like, they're trying to explain something and they're just shit, guys. Like, I don't know why they're being patient with me. I'm like, goddamn idiot. But they're just patient. Like they legitimately want you to learn the game and they want you to love it as much as they do. And
Yeah.
that's what I love. And that's how I feel too. Like when I stream, I want you to love this game as much as I love it. Like I want you to feel how cool this game is and all the cool stuff that you can do, even though I do the boring stuff, like then we just go and we decide like let's go freaking go in a wormhole. And like that you could just literally do that. And I love it. It's just free and open and like just go wherever the hell you want to go. It's great.
Yeah, which we should jump over and start doing some of that. I think we'll go ahead and wrap up the show here for the interview. Thank you so much for coming on, and
Thank
I look forward
you.
to running around and doing some murdering with you here for a little while. Um,
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm scared.
oh, it'll be fine. I'll give you some chips. It'll be great. So thank you all for watching. If you're interested in joining the war effort, you can always put in an application to Golden Age Stories in game. And if you can always catch us live on Twitch Sundays at 2200 Eve time, 5 p.m. Central Time. If you did miss the show live, you can always see or listen to our podcasts. And you can find that on YouTube. You'll find that on Spotify. You'll find that on iTunes, all underneath Federation Frontline Report. Um, if you have any news that you'd like to have us talk about on the show, we're always more than open to talk about after action reports or crazy news that you have, or whatever the kind of news, whether it's faction warfare related or not. We always want to talk about cool stuff. So if you have any suggestions, go ahead and bring that over to Frozen Fallout in game, or you can always email us at federationfrontlinereport@gmail.com. Thank you and have a great night. Awesome. Thank you. Yeah, that was great. All right, I am going to go ahead and raid you now. Make things simple. And then we'll go out and we'll kill some stuff. What's this?